BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Monday's edition of BodyBags. This is sort of a special week for us because this is the anniversary of BodyBags, and we're going into our second year, and what better way to celebrate our second year than to review part 2s of horror movies. Before I get into my review, though, I would like to thank everybody that has been part of BodyBags, current and past. I'd like to thank Critter Buster, Madison Mayhem, Spooky Rotten Fun, Double Shot J, Shock Extreme 1, Mood 616, You and Your Horror Movies, NES Ruler 22, Tattoo Doorman, Horror Macabre Crazy, and Clive Craven. I know some of you guys aren't with us anymore, but I know that you are still with us watching. So, this is just Mountain Dew, but cheers to you guys, and cheers to all our viewers. Thanks for supporting us for the past year, and hopefully you guys will continue to support us for years to come. So, cheers, everybody. Alright, with that being said, I'm going to review for you guys Wolf Creek 2. I know a lot of you guys have seen this film, and it does get mixed reviews, and there is mixed emotions on the film. Basically, this just follows Mick, what was his last name? Mick Taylor, played by John Jarrett. And of course, you know, he's up to his same old stuff, just loves to kill and murder people. It kind of, in a way, the film follows like three different people, because it starts out well, you know, it gives you a nice little intro of Mick, you know, having a run-in with the police, and then it starts following these German tourists that are touring Australia, just, you know, walking the mainlands and everything like that. And of course, they end up running into Mick in the middle of the night. And if you guys are familiar with Wolf Creek and you're familiar with the character Mick, you know that things aren't going to go too well for the German tourists. Then, of course, there's a man that witnesses some of the stuff that happens. He ends up coming across one of the German tourist, tries to help them out, and of course that's when Mick decides to go after this guy. Since the guy sees Mick and sees the vehicle that he drives, there's basically no getting away for this guy. Mick is gonna do whatever he has to do to get to this man and either kill him or, you know, do something else. So the film turns into more of a cat and mouse game or a wild goose chase. But I highly enjoy this film. It is just brutal as hell. It has some great kills, very good gore. I know there is a kind of shoddy scene with kangaroos, but it was still fun in my opinion. And you know, some of the gripes about the film is the fact that the first film was a little more darker, and this one takes a little bit more of a comedic turn, but that doesn't bother me. I actually really liked the fact that it did that, because it just, I don't know, it brought out Mick's character a little bit more for me. I mean, that, you know, that's just my opinion. But like I said in a DVD update when I showed this, you know, back in the day you had the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was and still is considered one of the greatest horror films of all time, and one of the creepiest and scariest ones of all time. That took a dark tone. Then you had the sequel, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which was more comedic, but it brought out a little more character for Leatherface, and a lot of people love the second one of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, including myself. And not too many people gripe about it being comedic. They're just, you know, they love it. And that's basically how I felt about Wolf Creek 2. Yes, it is a little more comedic, but it was a cool-ass film, man. I mean, there's no denying that this film is brutal, because it is. I mean, just there's some scenes that I was just sitting there like, wow, man, that is fucking awesome. But I think it's a really cool film, and I definitely would highly recommend it, and I think you guys should all check it out. And yes, I agree with the title on it. One of the best horror villains in decades. Now, I'm not comparing it to Michael Myers or Jason or all that other stuff. I'm talking about nowadays, villains nowadays, because they don't really make Michael Myers movies anymore and Jason movies. They're trying to come up with new icons of horror. And I can see Mick Taylor becoming one of the new icons of horror, along with Victor Crowley and Chrome Skull. I think they're cool characters, and I'd love to see them continue a franchise as long as they don't dumb it down and they keep the brutality up. So I highly enjoy Wolf Creek 2. I highly recommend you guys check it out. And if I had to give it out of 5 stars, I'd give it a 4. Okay, I actually would have gave it a higher rating, but yeah, the kangaroo scene is a little bit outrageous, but it's still fun. But I think it's an excellent film, and I hope they make Wolf Creek 3. So that's it for my review for you guys. I'll see you next time, and please continue to support BodyBags. We all love you, and you guys have a great day. Peace.